Andrea Mercier, aka Ann Loam, and welcome to my studio. This is going to be, well, not really a haul video because there was no huge special. It was more, I live in Windsor, Ontario, and the only place that I can get art supplies is at Michael's. And all of the independent art supply stores closed up over the years because people were just going over to Hobby Lobby in Detroit. So we were in London this weekend for an appointment, and there's a Curry's in London, and I went a little bit nuts. I'd been saving up for 2 months so that I could do a big buy. So I went and I did it, and while I was there, I stopped at 2 little scrapbook stores. One that I had been to before and one that was brand new. I found it by accident. So the first thing is when I was in London 2 months ago, I purchased these Lindy Stamp Gang sprays. Now I usually make my own sprays, but if they sit for too long in the drawer, the sprays clog and I end up having to rinse them out and remake them. And I tried a Lindy's and I really liked it. I still make my own, but these have shimmer in them. So these were the ones that I purchased a month ago. And I love them. And I went back to that store and cleared her out. I bought some more and I took out my old ones because I want to make sure I didn't buy any duplicates. So the ones that I had before were Sassy Sapphire, Rusty Lantern Lime, which was part of the industrial set, Steampunk Sepia, which one's this? Time Travel Teal, Iridescent Copper, Shabby Turbine Teal, Steel Shimmer, and Long John Silver. And I did see some of those while I was there, so I didn't pick up those. But now I've also picked up, and I still have, the thing I love about Lindy's is it just comes with as a powder and you add your own hot water at home. And so it's cheaper to ship. I paid $8 Canadian for these, which is a really good price from what I understand. And when I was at the store, the lady told me that when I fill it and empty it of water, there's still shimmer in it and I can refill it and probably get another bottle out of it. So I'm going to try that. Anyways, this one is Drop Dead Gorgeous Green. And this one is Autumn Maple Crimson. And I got Rudolph's Red Nose. I'm planning on doing a little bit more mixed media in the near future, so that's why I'm kind of doing more sprays and inks. High Maintenance Magenta. Ooh. Oh, what's this other one here? Prima Donna Purple. So I literally left her with 3 bottles of Lindy's. She only had one of each and I took them all. And Silent Night Silver. So this Silent Night Silver, oops. This Silent Night Silver, what's the difference between that one? This is Steel Shimmer. This is Long John Silver. So I suspect this is a Shadow Mist and this is a Starburst. And this is a Glitz Spray. So I have 3 different silvers now. And I also picked up Perfect Pearls, which I've never tried before, but I picked up a pearl and an heirloom gold. My gold spray, which I use a lot and I love it, clogs constantly. Even though I've made it with the golden fluid acrylic because it's a little bit thinner, it's always clogging. So I'm hoping that the addition of the Perfect Pearls mists will make my life a little bit easier. And again, I'm not going to stop making my homemade sprays. You can see my video right there on how to do it. I just wanted to try and get some more pizzazz into my sprays, and I don't use them all the time, and then they sit and they clog and it annoys me. And Lindy's is known for not clogging. And then she had this bucket of little pieces, and it was $2 for those. So I'm very excited about that. That was at, where was that? That was, oh, a scrappinggooddeal.com outside of London, Ontario. She does classes and stamping and all sorts of stuff, and I really enjoy that store. Then I went to a place called Kennedy Crafting, which is also in London, and I cannot get big bottles of Jo Sonia's. I can only get the tubes. Do I even have a tube here? Oh yeah, like this. I can only get the tubes, and I can't get them at Michael's. I get them sometimes at yard sales. Sometimes I got a bunch of them from a place that was clearing out, and sometimes I can get them in the States, but I wanted some of the big ones. And this lady actually specialized more in scrapbooking as well, but she had these 3 background colors, which I really liked. And then Patty Tolley Parrish has been raving about this color called Raindrop, and it was sitting there, and I said, I'm going to grab that too. So I got these 4, which are going to be some background colors from some of my mixed media. And then I went to my beloved Curry's, and I got some picture frames. I am not a marker person. We've had that conversation before when I did my playing with Maisie's coloring pages. I am not a colorer. However, I've had some ideas since playing with Maisie's coloring pages, and I'm going to need more than the colors that I have. I only have 5 or 6 colors and some neons, and markers are really expensive. So Curry's had this 100 markers for $25. And I asked the guy, I said, like, I know it's not going to be equal to Copic. I get that. Like, for $25, you're not going to. However, he showed me some samples that one of the girls that work there, and she really liked them. So they're not as good as Copic, but they're better than, you know, the Crayola ones and the student grade ones that you get. And I thought, well, for $25, I can play a little bit, and if I really don't like it, there's a little girl that lives next door that would love them. So I decided to get those. Maisie started me on the coloring. Ugh. Now, when I was doing the coloring, I was using a lot of neon colors. Oops. So they had some Amsterdam neons, and I thought I might do kind of a neon painting experiment. So, man, those are bright. those will blind you. And then I got the one PBO Dynacolor that I was missing. This is orange, yellow, iridescent. So the paint is orange and the iridescent is yellow. I have all the other ones, but I didn't have that one, so I picked that one up. Oh, and those are some parts for the frames. And I picked up this. So I love, where are they? Ugh. I love the golden fluid acrylics. They are so, so, so expensive. So I always have to get the little tiny ones. Like this. This Pyrrole Red, I believe I paid $75 for it, and it was used, and I paid $75 for it because it's a Series 8, so it's very expensive. I think in Canada it's normally like $90 or $95. It's insane. So normally I buy the little 1 fluid ounce ones instead of these 8 fluid ounce ones, and they're usually $4 or $5 a piece. So recently I have been experimenting with some other brands. like Utrick, which is been recently bought out by Dick Blick. They have their brand. And I picked up the Deco Art Media Fluid Acrylic to try it. And I find that they're mostly the same. Obviously, the golden acrylics are much more pure pigment, I find. And these ones tend to be, well, the ones that I picked up tend to be pastel-y, whereas the goldens are really bright colors. However, I saw this, and this is called Liquid Pigment by Akua. Never heard of them. It's actually for printmakers as opposed to painters. So this is for, it says here, ideal for tinting, speedball screen printing, and monotype brushwork. I just thought I would try it in conjunction, like as a test against the fluid acrylics, just because it was so much cheaper. This is phthalo green blue. So I'm going to play with this, because if this is going to get me mostly the same results as the golden, I might stock up a little bit on this, because I believe this I paid $9 for, maybe 11. I can't remember, Canadian. So I bought that. And then, yes, the whole reason why I wanted to go to Curry's to begin with. Curry's has their own mediums. So this is the matte and this is the gloss. So it's equal to, well, I don't know if it's equal to yet because I haven't tried it, but this is the Liquitex gloss, this is the Liquitex matte. So here we go. This at Michael's here in Windsor. Let's see, this is what? 16 fluid ounces or 475 mils. This is $35. I'll only buy it if I have a 50% off coupon. So I usually pay 17, 18 bucks. This is a liter, so it's more than twice as much. I paid $11 for it. So if this medium is even close to the Liquitex, I'm going to be buying it from Curry's. And they actually have a larger container, but I just wanted the liter. It just seemed like the best size for me to try. So I got one medium and one gloss, and I'm going to try it against the Liquitex, because I've started using lots of medium lately, and it's expensive. And I'm still an artist that's not supporting myself with my art yet. So all the money that I make at my jobs go into buying art supplies. And I have some huge pieces I have to do to get ready for my gallery opening. So I got that. And then molding paste. Oh, no, that's not molding paste. This is molding paste here. This is really small. Usually I have a bigger one that's probably twice this size. This is 100 mils, so it would probably be 250 mils, which is equal to a cup. And that's, I don't know, somewhere around probably $13.99 or $14.99, and then I use a coupon. And at Curry's, each of these, and this is 5, so this is each 2 cups. Each one of these is like $8.96. And I have a big project that I'm going to be using some molding paste with. So I was, yeah, you know what? I looked at it in the store. It looks like the same thickness. It might not quite be as white, but I don't care because I paint over it anyways. So I'm going to try out Curry's molding paste, and if it's as good as the Liquitex, then I'm going to have to buy that, because I use a lot of mediums in my big pieces. This is the Curry's bag here. Curry's, Canada since 1911. They just don't have a store in Windsor. So that is my big haul. I'm very excited. Oh, I also got this. I tried this. This is gold leaf. This is the sampler pack. So I got the red, the black, and the green gold leaf. I have an idea for a piece for my gallery showing. And that was another reason why I got some of these sprays, is it's going to kind of be a metallic-y piece. Let me just open this. Oh, there's a staple in it to prevent me from opening it. Ah, there we are. There's the leaf. It's very, very thin. I don't know how many sheets I get. Package contains 6 red, 6 black, and 6 green leaf. There you go. I have 18 pieces. So you put down a little bit of an adhesive, so I'll probably use one of my mediums, my matte medium or my gloss medium, and then you rub it in, and it sticks. They say here that they have a spray adhesive. Actually, I have this. Where is my adhesive? Oh, there we go. Super 77 spray adhesive. I could use that as well. And put some of this on and some of my new Spritzy Spritz sprays. I'm very excited about this. That I got for, oh, look, $6.59 Canadian. I hate stickers. I always have to take off the labels off of everything. I can't have labels on stuff. I don't know why. There's something wrong with me. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that. I specifically wanted to talk about the mediums. If you live in Canada and you go to Curry's online, do they have their website on here? No, of course not. But it's Curry's Artist Materials. If you buy $75 of non-extra large or extra heavy items, it's free shipping. So again, I probably won't be in London again. We were there for a doctor's appointment, but I can have it shipped for free. So, and save a lot of money because I use a lot of medium. Anyways, I have babbled on long enough. If you have any questions about any of the materials that I've shown you or any of the stores that I went to, put a message or down in the dibbly-doo, a comment down in the dibbly-doo, or PM me and I will answer your questions. I'm very excited about trying out some of these new products, and I'll probably do a head-to-head comparison with the mediums just because that was the whole reason why I wanted to go to Curry's, was to get some mediums. So I'll talk to you later. Have a super day and happy Easter to everybody coming up this weekend. Bye.